Hi everybody, welcome back to Horizon. My name is Goody and today I have actually something different. I have a pen review for you guys. I saw them today at City Office Supply and I was very intrigued because I was watching, I think it was Notes Amanda's. She's a stationery YouTuber. But yeah, I saw them and I saw that they are from Spain. The brand is called Molin. I'm gonna pronounce it like that because in Spanish it would be Molin. And yeah, there were $2.99. They're gel neon pens. They say they have sliding ink, which I don't know what it means, but I think it just means that it's juicy. And there's 0.8 millimeters, which is a tip that I regularly don't see here. I've never seen a 0.8 millimeter pen before. And yeah, this is the back. Molin artículos de escritura, which means like Molin articles for writing. They are from Barcelona, España. There's 6 colors, and yeah, these are the languages that are in the back. It says, like in English, gel ink pen, bright colors, special ink system for an even ink flow and maximum comfort when writing. Visible ink level point size 0.8 millimeters. So yeah, let's open them up. Oh yeah. So I already have a notepad here, and let's start. This is the tip. Fairly thin. Oh, it already stained my hand. I don't know if you guys can see, but it already stained my hand. So it's juicy. It's flowy. So yeah, let's start. So yeah, I think the tip, it's a little bit too chunky for me. It kind of reminds me of the 1M one from Papermate and the one from Zebra, or the C grip ones. Okay, so here I have these 3 pens. This is the Molin one, this is the C grip one, and this is the Papermate one. These 2 are the 1M point, and this one is the 0.8 mm one. And here you guys see that they're not that different. I think this point, the Molin point, is very similar to the C grip one because of the type of needles that they have. The Papermate needle is more like, I would say, almost cylindrical, versus these 2 who have like a needle point at the end. But yeah, the writing is not that different from these 2. As you can see, my handwriting is not that different in any of them. Like if I would use a thinner pen, for example, I have this Pilot G-Tech C4 pen in 0.4, and if I were to write purple, my handwriting looks a little bit different. Obviously with the thinner point it looks a lot neater because my handwriting tends to be a little bit clunky. And it looks very similar in between all these pens, even though like the only difference would be like the type of pen it is, because these 2 are ballpoint and obviously this one's a gel pen. So the only difference it would be like the type of pen and the type of ink. So yeah, overall I'm gonna test them out with a lot of writing. Right now here I have my French notebook. I'm going to be writing like a paragraph here, and I'm going to be using the purple one for the French and the blue one for the translation, and I'm going to be writing a lot, so let's see how comfortable they are in writing a lot. Okay guys, so I partially finished. As you guys can see, it looks pretty normal. I would say my handwriting still looks very neat. I tend to write neater with a finer tip, so with a 0.8 it still looks quite neat. It doesn't look as messy as if let's say if I were to use a 1M, it tends to look a little bit more messy. As you guys can see from the other side of the page, there's still a little bit of shadowing going on, but it's not that much. Like if you see like past pages, you can definitely see that I have more shadowing in other pages, but I don't mind shadowing, especially like this is some Office Depot like cheap paper, so the shadowing is going to happen eventually. I kind of like it because it kind of makes me feel like I worked really hard, so I don't mind that. But yeah, if you were looking for these pens, just know that they will cause shadowing, not that much, but still quite a bit. So let's move on to the highlighter test. So I finished. They do smudge a lot. Look at this. These two are the Friction Pilot highlighter, and I would say leave it to dry, and when it dries a little bit, because it was the first purple that I wrote, it smudges a lot less. It almost doesn't look like it smudged anything on camera, but you can see a little bit of streaking at the bottom of the U in person. This one, immediately after writing, it smudged a lot. This one also smudged a lot. So yeah, with every highlighter they smudged. I think the sliding that they have gives them a higher chance of actually smudging with highlighter. So be aware of that. Overall, these are my scores. For shadowing, I gave them a 6 because it's still a little bit see-through, but not completely see-through. It doesn't bleed through, it's just like shadowing, normal shadowing, and that's normal. The tip, I'm gonna give it an 8. I find it to be a little bit comfortable and neater. I think a 0.81 is like a normal one. A 7 because even though it is very juicy, I will say that it takes a while to dry completely, and things might get messy. Again, for transfer / smudging, it gets a 3. As you guys saw in the highlighter test, it smudged a lot, so it's not that good when it comes to like overlapping materials. Color 7.5. I feel these colors are quite neon, and I do like that. For example, a lot of the times companies don't know how to make a good yellow pen. A lot of times you can't even see the yellow pen, but I can see the yellow pen in this one. So the colors are pretty okay. They're pretty vibrant, and they're pretty like visible. Comfort 7.5. Again, I tend to grab my pen at the very most bottom part, so, and I put a lot of pressure, so writing a long time might make it a little bit more uncomfortable for me. But if you guys write in a more comfortable way, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't bother you guys. Skipping, I give it a 9. As you guys saw in my entire paragraph, none of the pens skipped until the very end. As you can see here in the Amen, it only skipped a little bit in one letter. For the rest of the paragraph, it was normal. Like the translation was also very normal. The ink didn't skip, only per the purple one at the end. Over the correction tape, I gave it a 1 because in the purple one, as you can see, it gave me a lot of problems when trying to overlap it with correction tape. It smudged a little bit and it was sliding a lot. However, the blue one was a lot better when it came to topping correction tape, so that's a little bit of an inconsistency, so it gets a 1. Smoothness, I between 8.5 and 9 because it's very smooth. However, every once in a while it gets a little bit scratchy. And for my writing, I'm giving it a 9 because, again, as you guys can see, like finer pens, My handwriting tends to be a little bit neater, so even with a thicker pen like this is a 0.8, my handwriting was still like consistently neat, and I enjoyed that a lot. It's better than the 1M. So yeah, these are my overall thoughts on these pens. I think for like $2.99, and for the colors that it brings, it's a good pen. I'm pretty sure like if you have like a child or a preteen or a teenager that wants to get started into pens, I think these are a good way to go. I don't know if you are like a pen connoisseur, that you're really into pens like more than I am. I don't know if you guys would enjoy these, to be honest. I think these would be like too cheap and too like, now I wouldn't say inconsistent, but they wouldn't be as reliable as you guys expect pens to be reliable. I mean this for like the pen experts out there. I don't think these pens are as reliable as you guys are expecting them to be, or what you guys would expect the pens to be. But if you're like a beginner that just wants to get into collecting or just likes to have pretty pens all around, I think these ones are just fine. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I hope you guys like this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!